main event of the evening. The flyweight gold is on the line here at Shokanor 16. Brett Caswell, 4-0, taking on the hugely experienced campaigner, Steve McCombe. This one is set to be a cracker.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your first fighter in the cage. In the red corner, Steve Taz McCombe.
Steve Taz McCombe makes his way down to the cage for this main event. You talk about experienced campaigners. This guy has been in there with the best of the best. He's got losses, but they're to the likes of Phil Harris, Vaughan Lee, Artem Satenkov. He's been in there with them all, James, and he showed just how dangerous he is last time at Shokanor 15 against your teammate Scott Pooley.
When you talk about experienced fighters, they don't come much more experienced than Taz McCombe. It's insane to look down at his resume, his record, see the fighters that he's been in the cage with, you know, and not even just at flyweight, at several weight classes. The guy is just so talented, and yes, he has some vicious leg locks in his arsenal, and we saw that unleashed on Scott Pooley at the last Shokanor 15.
And please welcome his opponent fighting into the blue corner, Brett Little Ninja Caswell.
Brett Little Ninja Caswell makes his way down to the cage for this main event. Local Gym 01 fighter, immense judo background, but adding to his skills all the time, as you mentioned, James.
Yeah, I mean, when you say immense judo background, it don't come much better than Commonwealth gold. This guy throws anyone and everyone in the gym at will. It's just absolutely insane, and if he doesn't throw you, then he trips you with ease. But yeah, he's not just a judo fighter, he's so well-rounded. He's constantly working on his boxing, his striking, every aspect of his game under the coaching staff at Gym 01 and under head coach Brian Adams. This one is going to be a cracker. I can't wait to see these flyweights show their skills tonight.
Yeah, undoubtedly the biggest test to date for Little Ninja Brett Caswell. Fantastic main event here at Shokanor 16.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening. Make some noise! This is a professional contest for the free final rounds, and is for the Shokanor Flyweight Championships. And in the red corner, he hails from Ireland. He stands in a 5'5" and weighs in 125 pounds. He is fighting in the General's Fight Club and has a mixed martial arts record of 22 wins with 22 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Steve Taz McCombe. And please welcome his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. He hails from Portsmouth. He stands at a 5'4" and weighs in 125 pounds. He is fighting the Gym 01 and has a perfect undefeated mixed martial arts record of 4 wins with no defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Brett Little Ninja Caswell. Referee in charge of the actions, David Swan.
I tell you to stop, you stop. Any questions? Get ready to do this.
Ladies and gentlemen, 3 5-minute rounds of championship action. Sponsored by JY Nutrition.
David Swan signals our main event underway. Brett Caswell in the black Jacko trunks. Steve Taz McCombe in the black Rev Gear trunks. And James, a fight that we've both been talking about already tonight.
Yep.
Really looking forward to this great clash of styles.
I'm having trouble sitting still here. I'm so excited to see these two flyweights in action. I actually had to take my headphones off because the crowd in here is going absolutely insane. The atmosphere is electric.
Yeah, and both have got skill sets that you don't always see. Caswell, obviously, he's got the crazy throws, and not even the throws in the clinch. When he does those trip takedowns that seem to come from too far away that, you know, you wouldn't think it works. He's excellent trip takedowns from outside. And in McCombe, as we saw with Scott Pooley, you got leg lock, scissor type takedowns that can come out of anywhere. I mean, anything could happen with these two.
Yeah, both these flyweights are so dynamic, so fast.
Nice low kick there from Caswell. Feeling out process for these two flyweights here. And great to see the flyweight division represented here in the main event at Shock and Awe. Obviously, Gym 01, renowned for their lower weight fighters, but the flyweight division is one that's really come to life in recent times. And the winner of this will make a big statement in division, especially if Caswell could move on to 5-0 in undoubtedly the biggest test of his career thus far.
I mean, it's a tough challenge in Taz McCombe, but the Gym 01 monsters always step up to a challenge.
Yeah, credit to Brian Adams and the team. I'm sure there is easier matchups out there on paper, especially with what happened to Caswell's teammate, Scott Pooley, as we mentioned. Brutal leg lock put on by McCombe early on, back at Shock and Awe 15. These two just on a feeling out process at the moment, just trying to gauge the range. Caswell with another nice low kick. Now McCombe answers. Intriguing clash on the feet.
Yeah, and I mean, I've just noticed that McCombe has a bandage on his right knee, and I'm wondering, obviously, the veterans of the sport, those years take their toll. I wonder if he's coming into this fight with an injury, or if that's just a little niggle.
Yeah, excellent observation there. We'll have to see how this one pans out.
Very even thus far. Both guys feeling each other out on the feet. Leg kicks, punches.
Oh, nice kick from Caswell there. Narrowly missed the head of McCombe. McCombe answers with a low kick. Yeah, McCombe's in a more sort of boxing style stance, whereas Caswell has got that in and out movement.
And like I said, more than just a judoka. Very relaxed, great movement on the feet.
Yeah, he's very in and out and keeping on the bike. You kind of your Dominic Cruz type blueprint there. Whereas McCombe more looking to plant the feet, and that's why at this moment in time, we haven't seen the two come together too much as of yet. It's a bit of a chess match appearing on the feet now.
I mean, with the caliber of these two fighters as well, like I said earlier, one mistake costs you the fight. So we are seeing a chess match, human chess.
Yeah, it's a great point. Neither willing to risk anything early on here, especially for Caswell. I mean, McCombe, he's got a will fight anyone, anywhere type attitude, and the win at flyweight certainly would make strides for him, but Caswell is a legit prospect here, and this win would really shoot him up there, James. Nice 1-2 there from McCombe, chasing his man down, one to the body, one to the head.
Less than 30 seconds on the clock. See if anyone can cement this round.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if someone looks for a takedown or something. As I say that, Caswell looks for it. McCombe pulls guillotine. Only in the half guard. Right in front of us here. Caswell gets out of it. Interesting first round, and extremely difficult to score, I'd suggest, James. Little strikes landed. Caswell went for the takedown at the end, but then McCombe pulled guillotine. I mean, there's not much in that round, is there?
No, I mean, we'll see what happens in the next two, but I wouldn't want to be the judge noting that round.
Yeah, extremely close opening period. Second round about to get underway here on our main event. Scheduled for 3 rounds for those watching at home. Who knows where that first round went? Extremely close. I'm Dave Leatherby. Alongside me, European bantamweight contender James Brum. And so 2 hugely experienced corners, especially Brian Adams. He's renowned for his game plans, James. Are you expecting to see something different from Caswell in this round?
He's obviously given Caswell some instructions. It's too early to tell, but yeah, again, he's still light on the feet, moving in and out.
Yeah, difficult to see where this one's going to move to next.
And it can change in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
You know, at flyweights, they're so fast, so dynamic. And considering the caliber and skill level of these two in the cage tonight, you know, just don't blink, guys.
Nice little body shot from McCombe.
Looks like McCombe's corner is urging him to be more aggressive.
Yeah, McCombe again going to the body there with that short right hand, James. And a nice 1-2 from McCombe. He seems to be getting a bit more into his groove here in this second round. It's a little bit of marking on the body of Caswell.
Oh, lovely head kick, just narrowly missed McCombe.
Nice low kick from Caswell. You can see the welt actually on the side of the shin of McCombe. McCombe's taken a few shots to that leg, and now goes to the guillotine. Caswell has him up, gets the takedown. Now this is where it gets interesting. Brett Caswell in top position, and he's got a lot of time to work in this round, James.
A lot of time, over the half of the round to go still. Let's see what he can make of this. McCombe doing very well at shutting down Caswell. Close guard, controlling his wrists.
Yeah, another intriguing passage in this fight now. Let's see what happens on the ground. Caswell, obviously, as you mentioned before the bout, high level grappling pedigree. But McCombe, although he's not got pure grappling credentials, he's been around the MMA scene for what seems like forever. And just managing to shut down the offense of Brett Caswell thus far, James.
Yeah, he's doing very well. He's controlling the head. Caswell needs to free that head. But he's got to be aware of that high guard.
Caswell trying to get Biddy to the body there on that right side.
Caswell very composed, taking his time. The odd body shot. There we go.
Yeah, and although there's not a huge amount of offense here from Caswell, James, it's not like he's in danger of a sub either. Thus far, McCombe hasn't been throwing up the legs. He hasn't endangered him, so positionally, he's certainly winning the fight at this moment in time, Caswell.
That is correct. But like I said, both fighters very fast and so dynamic. And referee Dave Swan breaks the fighters up. They start standing.
Yeah, interesting to see if McCombe has a extra bit of aggression incentive to go here. He must realise he's a veteran of the game, that he gave up a lot of time positionally then. Looks for the low kick. Caswell still looking extremely light on his feet, James.
Yeah, you can tell he's definitely worked on that aspect of his game. Switching the feet there, looks very comfortable stood up.
Yeah, certainly looks very fresh.
McCombe with another body shot. And you can see the redness appearing on the left side of Caswell's abdomen.
Yeah, it's been a good weapon for McCombe, that body shot. That right hand. Another round ends. Another close one, and it's always difficult to judge from the commentary position, but I'd suggest that that time on top positionally probably gave Caswell that round. Who knows which way the first went? We could be looking at going one apiece into the last. It's certainly all to play for here, James.
Definitely. I mean, I think both corners are saying, look, you've got to cement it in the third round. Going to leave no doubt in the judges' eyes. I mean, I certainly don't know where the first round, who that went to. It was so close to call.
Yeah.
The second round, in my opinion, Caswell just nudged it. But again, never want to leave it in the judges' hands.
Third and final period underway here in our main event of the evening. Canor 16. Brett Caswell. Steve Taz McCombe, all to play for here. Intriguing clash of styles. McCombe pouring forward again. Be interesting to see if he goes back to that body. He hasn't had much success upstairs, James. When he has landed, it has been to the body of Caswell.
That is correct, yeah. Caswell's doing very well at being elusive. Being elusive, getting in and out and picking his shots.
Yeah, obviously the head a lot easier to move than the body. And that good observation from McCombe early to start going to that body, because as you said, Caswell's movement has been excellent. Just not able to get any real offense off himself at the moment. I think for me, James, do you think Caswell's got to look to get this back to the floor? I mean, he had some good dominance in that second round.
I would say so. I mean, and just as we talk about that, he hits one of those takedown sort of trip variations that he's known for.
Yeah, that's the first thing I noticed watching Caswell in his early fights. When you think of judicas, or at least when I think of judicas, you know, you're thinking of the big throws and guys clinching up and your scarf positions. But it's the outside trips that are so impressive from Caswell. He covers such distance there. It's like a double leg shot from the outside.
Yep, it's a variation, in fact, of a double leg, and he hits it so well. And it's like he's so good also when we haven't seen much of the clinch or any of the clinch in this fight, but he's so good with the little trips because you're so worried of the huge judo hip throws that he ends up nailing you with the little trips. But that was impressive to see that then. And I mean, for Taz now, he really needs to look to get up or obviously to hit his submission.
Yeah, he found it difficult to pose any sort of threat submission-wise in the last round. He's up against the cage there. I think from McCombe's point of view, James, he's got to be looking at a stand-up. He's got to look to get his back on that cage and work his way up. But as a fighter yourself, you know how difficult that is, especially with a high-level grappler on top of you.
That is correct, yeah. And not just any high-level grappler, but a high-level grappler in Brett Caswell with, you know, a huge judo pedigree. They're very good at holding opponents down and using their body weight. But McCombe, a veteran of the sport.
Yeah, not able to get anything going in terms of submission offense. Being smothered at the moment by Jim Owan's Brett Caswell.
McCombe could look to attack a submission here. He keeps turning side onto the cage. Oh, and a small cut has appeared at the side or above the left eye of Taz McCombe.
Yeah, Caswell able to open up a cut with some of this ground and pound, these short little shots. And I'm sure he's going to be content to see the round out here, James. He's got to think that he was ahead in the second. And, you know, if he can keep this position, he can see the title on the horizon.
I mean, even if Taz McCombe does make it to his feet, he would have to do something substantial striking-wise, or nail a takedown of his own to at least even up the round or leave some doubt in the judge's mind. At the moment, this is all Caswell.
Yeah, this round certainly the clearest of the three.
Yep, indeed,
Caswell,
so far.
Yeah, he's able to get much more shots off. Not huge in terms of impact, but they're regular. Just staying busy enough to keep David Swan from stopping this up.
And with just 40 seconds left, I would say, in my opinion, Taz McCombe has got to hit a sub here.
Yeah, he's got to throw caution to the wind, but it's easy for me to say.
And saying that, he goes for an armbar.
Wow. Caswell with the defense. McCombe, look at his face, he's grimacing for all he's worth, but the arm looks quite low for me, James. It's very hard to see from my vantage point.
I think the elbow is past the hip point, so the pressure's not there. I don't know, I'm not actually in there, but this is how much the shock and awe belt means to these two guys. McCombe does not want to release that hold, and Caswell will not give up.
Wow, amazing finish to the round. Both fighters raise their hands. Difficult for us to score from a commentary position. That third round was clear, James, but you know, the first two, we're not judging here, we're calling the fight, so we'll see how it goes.
Well, obviously that's what the judges get paid for, and there's three of them. You know, we're watching it as fans at the end of the day, commentating on the action. We see the excitement just as a fan would, whereas they obviously have to look at the minor details and score the points. Great fight, great main event here at Shock and Awe 16. Who will be the new flyweight champion? Taz McCombe or Brett Little Ninja Caswell?
And at the 3 rounds of action, time to go to the judges' scorecard. We have a split decision. Judge Alton scores about 30-27 Caswell. Judge Austin scores about 29-28 McCombe. And Judge Gordon scores about 29-28 for your winner and new Shock and Awe Flyweight champion, Steve Taz McCombe. Let's give up your runner-up, Brett Caswell.
Steve, first of all, fantastic performance, extremely close fight there. At the end, were you confident of the decision? How did you feel it went from your point of view?
Even at the very end, I thought he was doing more work. I was striking all the time. Thought I was left there for a bit too long as well. But I worked hard for this. I studied this guy so much. I knew he was going to land on body shots, leg kicks, catching my left hooks and everything. I worked hard for this. This is the best belt that I could get. Honestly, I dreamt about this. I swear, I visualised it. I can't believe I won it. I just can't believe it.
Now, obviously, you would have been aware of the fantastic grappling pedigree that Brett's got in the judo. You were landing the body shots early on. Was that the plan, to get mobile and land punches from the outside?
My plan was to take a centre. I must have drilled that right-hand body shot, this guy and this guy, for 1,000 times. I just kept on going. Sort of pushed them back, I think, sort of. Yeah.
Now, you've been there, seen that, done it as a pro. You've been in the game for a huge amount of time. What does this mean to you, just to be back in there, but down at flyweight and picking up a belt against an extremely credible opponent?
He's from the best club in the UK, so he is maybe Europe. Thanks to Brian for giving me the opportunity to fight too. That's two of his guys have been there. Sorry, but it's just unbelievable. This is the belt. This is the belt. This is the one I wanted. Nobody else will have this. Nobody's taking it off me either.
So you want to come back and defend the belt here?
Definitely.
Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, give a big hand for your new Shock and Awe champion, Steve Taz McCombe.